God,
we up and rolling.
we're up and rolling, but without the fancy crap. But we get that fixed next week. All right, we're back. They can hear us. If you can hear us, we got to get some damn followers now. But we can get everybody probably vacated. But
where's the East Coast Kellys?
We'll get it. But I feel very confident that we're rolling right now. So
all right,
let's start back over. 2 men to 6-pack. We're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Technology just ain't been my friend today. Dave Miller, Chris Rayner, special guest James Andersen, high school football coach and doing a little D3 football, and they're gonna pepper
referee.
Referee. I'm sorry. I'm a little.
Don't cuss us coaches like that. He's a referee. I'm a dark side.
I'm a little discombobulated.
Nobody cusses coaches, man. Yeah.
I got Bob Warlick. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you. I tuned them out years ago.
And I got Irv. Why everybody's watching?
That's why you got me here.
That's why you're here. So we got you here, Irv. So we're gonna get going. Technical difficulties, but we got it right. We'll be up and running from now. So one question that nobody can answer since we got a ref here. You may know this, Dave. How many referees are on the football field?
Well, it depends on what level you're talking about.
We're talking high school level.
5.
Does
it include the playoffs?
The playoffs are more.
Okay. How many are in the playoffs?
Which round?
Yep. Okay. Let's say there's seven refs.
Okay.
Officials on the field.
That'll be like an Eastern final.
Who can name? Okay, we got one listener. Listener, will you please put in the chat if you can hear us or not? So we'll make sure we're not wasting breath. Who can name the official positions of the refs?
Go ahead, Rayner.
Back judge, side judge, line judge.
Get in the mic.
Judge, side judge, line judge, referee, and there's 2 side judges, right?
Nope. Well, there might be, but I'm not.
Line judge, 2 line judges. I mean, that's
What about just the referee,
umpire,
and the umpire? And you're missing one. You didn't say it.
Daryl.
The field judge.
Oh, okay.
Where's the field judge, Goody? Where's the?
I don't. I'm just reading the damn question. I have no idea where's the field judge.
On a 7-man crew, the field judge and the side judge in the backfield are the deep wings, and so they're 20 yards off the line of scrimmage, and the head linesman and line judge are on the line of scrimmage, and the umpire and the referee make up the rest of the crew.
Where does like the one that wears the white hat? Where does he?
He's 15 yards behind the quarterback.
That's the man. He's the head of the officiating
He's
crew.
the one that gets yelled at.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is that what your position is?
Chief. I am referee.
You are
in high school. Yes.
Do you get yelled at
every week?
Every game.
Yeah.
Almost every call.
Almost every call.
Yeah.
You blind bastard. That's what they say.
Even if I don't call it, I get yelled at for
it. That's how it happens.
Hey, the guy next to me, he was that way in soccer.
Yeah.
I didn't play soccer.
No, he's talking about me. Yeah, the refs hated me. What was that one dude that I freaking hated?
Which one? Take your pick.
The one.
No NL. Chris Rayner played soccer.
Hey, let me tell you. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something funny. I think Rayner could play. We went to the Carolina game last night or yesterday, and they brought out the 2005 national championship team. And without McCants there. Have y'all seen Raymond Felton lately?
Woo!
He's swole, bud. I looked at Rayner said, "Who is that?" I said, Gray showed me a picture. I said, "Damn, man, he's swole like us."
I didn't know Ranzino Smith played on that
team. Anyway, all right. We're gonna talk high school football real quick. We'll start off with the games last week. South North Dixon 40-12. Lejeune was in the game for a while with Lakewood. They actually were up at halftime, I think, like 22 to something, 17 or 15 or something like that. But Lakewood beats them 42-28. New Hanover laid it on North Side 35-12. The Lands can end their season right now and be happy, right?
Beat Southwest, beat East Duplin.
It's won their Eastern Finals and their Super Bowl.
19-0 over East Duplin. White Oak 30-8, but that is not indicative of the game because according to what I was watching on the tweets by Chris Miller, because Rayner, you want to comment on that because you were there?
Yeah, there was a touchdown that would have made it 16-all or 16-14, 2-point conversion pending. Got called back, and I think it'd been a lot closer game at that point. And then there was a couple of touchdowns at the end that kind of put it away.
Okay,
White Oak played a lot better. They were the better team in the game.
Okay, and they score more points, so they won.
That's what gets it.
All right. Swansboro, North Brunswick. I didn't go back and look, but I can look real quick.
Oh, by the way, Goody, why did it pass the bus test?
Did they pass the bus test? Yeah. Swansboro lost 56-0. Last week they lost 20. Okay, so they only lost. They scored 14 last week, so 56-21 is 70. What's going to say 77. And then the first week they gave up. Did they play? Let's see, who did they play the first week? 48. So in 3 weeks, 77 and 48 is what? That's higher math.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of points to a low.
125.
That's like 125. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So Swansville's given up 125 points in 3 weeks. Okay.
132.
You have some sweet new unis.
They do have sweet new unis.
Yeah, Carolina blue. It
Oh,
looks
nice.
fun.
Nice.
And their helmets are blue too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look real good.
That could be the problem.
Yeah, that could be the problem. They play like Carolina. Yeah, that could be a problem. And then East Carteret took it on the chin to Croatan 33-0. We're the Mountain West Conference, the 3A Mountain West Conference, as we call it, is setting up to be very interesting. White Oak, Richlands.
I think
and
I might want to go to that White Oak Richlands game.
That's going to be a good game.
Too bad you'll be on the Cardinals radio.
Might be open date.
Open day.
Nope.
That's October.
Is it? Okay. So with that said, I went, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went 6-1. Miller went 6-1. We both missed East Duplin. Rayner, you went 5-2. You meant East
Wow,
Duplin.
that's good for me.
Yeah. Well,
Considering one loss.
I mean, if you wouldn't pick with your heart and your head, you might get those Southwest picks right. You went 5-2.
Yeah.
Irv,
Yes, sir.
You went South Lenoir and Swansboro. I mean,
South
the,
Lenore.
the,
And
combined,
Swansboro?
the combined score of the 2 games you lost was 96-12.
It was close.
That's almost.
Wait a minute.
That's
he,
almost.
He won the rest of them.
What was I doing?
Yeah, you went
You went 5-2.
You went 5-2. Those.
Wow.
That's almost as bad as all of us picking App State to cover the spread against
Well,
Clemson.
I think somebody here did that.
We all picked App State to cover. You picked App State.
The
to cover.
spread was covered
I don't
before
like
halftime.
Yeah.
I don't-
Warlick, you went 6-1, missing East Duplin, and Brown Joey went 6-1.
Brown Joseph. Did you
Yeah,
say that?
yeah, he put.
That was Brown Joseph.
6-1. So yeah, so we're good. So we're good right there. While we're talking about this, we'll go ahead and do next week's picks real quick. How about that?
All right, let's go.
So we got Jacksonville at West Carteret. I'm gonna take Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Rayner.
Ooh, at West Carteret?
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
James, you're refraining from picking, I'm assuming.
Definitely.
Please do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Irv.
I'm going Jackson. I'm going.
All right, and then Warlick, I'm assuming you're going
Cards.
to Jacksonville. All right, how about this? White Oak at Northside. I'm going White Oak.
I'm going White Oak.
White Oak. They'll pass the bus test.
Irv.
Oh, I'm going White Oak. Definitely.
Okay, Warlick.
White Oak.
White Oak. Okay. Goldsboro at Southwest. I'm striking up for Southwest. Going to get their first victory.
Goldsboro's 3-0, you know.
I would have looked at that.
They're not really. I'm kidding.
I'm
was trying to
going.
get
I'm
y'all-
going with
bait y'all into
Stallions.
picking them.
Going with,
Stallions.
you going with, oh, you go with Stallions every week. Irv.
I don't know anything about Goldsboro, but I'll take Southwest.
All right. Warlick.
Southwest.
All right. So we're all going to probably strike this one. South Lenore, Richlands.
Richlands.
Going with the Lands.
Lands.
Richlands.
Ridgelands.
There seems to be a lot of. I'm trying to figure out what's the best game this week. This one might be a good game. Croatan at East Duplin. That's going to be interesting.
I want East Duplin.
You going East Duplin?
I'm going Croatan.
Okay. Irv,
I'm going to go with East Duplin.
East Duplin. Warlick,
Croatan.
Croatan.
Said
All
that's
right.
so
I'm
Lost colony.
I'm going to go
Found.
with. I think East Duplin bounces. God, man, they got shut out.
They've got injury problems.
Yeah, but
man.
that
He's
was
stupid.
not. That
I watched it
was-
on TV. They could have played till Saturday morning. They weren't going to score.
Really?
Really.
So you watched on that new network?
Yeah, but they just have injury
All right.
problems.
How does it
That
look?
was
How
at
does-
the NFHS.
It's the huddle thing now.
I'm
It's
going.
through huddle.
I'm going. He taught me into
Yeah, but
Croatan.
it might be called that.
All right.
Make your own decision. Goody.
Topsail versus Swansboro.
Topsail.
Does Swansboro hold them under 50?
No.
Topsail.
You know, in the last 2 or 3 years, we used to talk this way about Lejeune.
We
Yep.
have an over/under on these games.
Put me-
It's too easy otherwise.
Put me
Rainer,
down for the Pirates.
very funny.
Topsail.
Yeah, I'm thinking everybody's taking Topsail.
Topsail.
I got Topsail.
Trask at Dixon. Dixon coming off a one win streak in a row. I'm going with Dixon.
I too want the Bulldogs.
Trask.
You going with Trask? Okay. Irv.
I'm going with Trask.
Okay.
Dixon Bulldogs.
Dixon Bulldogs. And then North Duplin versus, God, there's some sorry games this week. North Duplin versus Lejeune. I know nothing about North
I
Duplin,
don't think you have to.
but I'm going to go with North Duplin.
I want North Dublin.
The Rebels.
Rebels. Okay.
Warlick's
I'm gonna
thinking
go
about
with-
it.
I'm going with
No, I'm not.
Lejeune
You going with Lejeune? Okay.
because there's a new day coming.
Is your son helping?
Yeah.
Nope.
Not yet.
Is he
There's
playing
a-
quarterback?
There's a new day coming.
He's on the come. No.
He's
Hey,
what?
hey, Goody. Don't. I didn't say
He didn't
Lejeune.
say that. He wants North Duplin.
North Duplin, buddy.
I said Lejeune.
So who you got?
North Duplin.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So Irv set
I'm
up for his
trying to
picks to be
win.
like 62-0.
Trying to
His
win.
one loss.
Trying to win.
I
Okay.
want him to lose, so they hire him.
Look at this, Irv. Watch
Well,
this play.
Before before we I want y'all to pepper James with some questions, but before we pepper him with some questions. Okay, I can't hear you because you're not talking into
We'll
mine.
do that when we get done with the picks.
Okay. Well, we're done with the high school picks.
We're not doing college.
Well, yeah. Well, I got a couple more high school things.
Okay, gotcha.
So Rayner saw
Dallas.
this, but
I saw it.
I'm thinking about adopting a kid and moving to Charlotte
Yeah.
and putting him in middle school.
Yep.
So he can be on the Charlotte Christian Middle School football
Yep.
team.
I don't blame
Have
you.
y'all seen?
What
Have
a
you
staff.
seen? Have you seen the staff?
I saw the article
you see the article.
this weekend or
This
or
is
early
this
in the
is
week.
this is the Charlotte Christian Middle School staff football team. I'm assuming he's coaching defense. Just an assumption. Coach Luke Kuechly. I'm assuming he's coaching tight ends or whatever the hell he wants to, but Coach Greg Olson.
He's probably the offensive coordinator.
And then
whatever he
and
wants.
then running backs and quarterbacks, Jonathan Stewart.
That's a pretty good coach.
That's a
staff.
pretty good coaching staff. Didn't you say they lost their first game though?
That's what Gray said.
Oh, did Gray say that? Yeah, we were sharing this with Gray yesterday at the game.
I'd show up at the first practice as a parent with my helmet on and walk out there and make him sign it. just be one of those gushers, you know.
All right, before we move to college, there's the man. Pepper him with referee questions, man.
The best question I have for him is, tell me the process
The process
to get to where you're at.
It's a process to becoming a high school.
Well, he lives in Surf
referee.
City, so he hopped on 210
Yeah,
and came to 17 and
took me about 43 minutes
to get here.
So, but no,
That's a-
serious
I
question. I
appreciate
love it.
that,
That's
but
what
I-
yeah.
But that's the question I've been wanting to know because I'd love to hear it.
Oh,
Please tell me the
That's
story.
what I want to come here for. So thanks a bunch.
Yeah.
So, so anybody who wants to be an official for any sport, it's not difficult, but it's also not something that's not for everybody too. But you don't have to know anybody. You just have to sign up with the state
or anything.
through the athletic association, and they'll give you all the contact information. They'll contact me, and we have our training, and we'll put people through the paces.
Do you need? Are you?
Yes, they
you-
need referees.
You need referees.
All
We
high
need
school
them bad.
sports
So
need
to give you a little
referees.
perspective. When I first started doing this 25 years ago, it was a
Shit, how old are you?
49.
All right.
Hey,
He's
listen.
aged a little better. Than
He's just a couple years
Hey,
younger
man,
than you.
living at the beach, good whiskey, good cigars. It
Surf
keeps you looking
City,
young.
Yeah. Where,
you know?
where do you live in Surf City?
Where in Surf City?
Yeah, like where at?
Like my address.
You wanna-
Yeah, I
No,
can't.
I
give
wouldn't
part
put
out
that
here.
out here.
Surf
Sounds
City's a
gonna
cool
get
place.
eggs.
I like Surf City.
So I
It's a
don't
lot of
live
J's.
on the island.
Right.
Yeah.
You know where that old tree blew down during Hurricane Hazel? Right around the corner.
Yeah.
Finish your story.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So when I first started doing this, you couldn't work a varsity game for at least 3 years minimum, and now it's not uncommon to see guys coming out and being put in varsity game, across the state, across the country in their very first game because they're so shorthanded. And that's not fair to anybody out there, and to
Nope.
the official, to the players,
Right.
to the fans, nobody.
Right.
But if you want to continue to have high school athletics or at any level, you got to have officials. And so we lose them. This was the first year at our association meeting. This was the first year that we announced more new officials than we did retirees.
It's kind of bad, man.
So it's gotten bad.
Yep.
So the clinic that I started in had close to 60 officials in the western part of the state when I started, and now they're down right about 30. So it's gotten
So you
tough.
guys are
Yeah.
traveling a lot.
I had a 2-hour drive last Friday night, 2 hours and 10 minutes from my house for my high school game.
Which game was that?
I was at,
Can you say that?
yeah, I think I can say it's over with. I was at CBA Cock.
Pikeville.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
played.
So, like in the last 5 years, you lost Chuck Henry, Leland Brown, and Gerald Marks. Three that are just
They've been around for a long
staples,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great officials, great
Yeah.
guys, all of them. Yeah.
long
But-
time.
But yeah, I mean,
Chuck,
you know,
man,
it's-
Chuck did it forever.
He was one of
He
my
did
favorite.
every
he
sport,
was
too.
he was one of my favorite
Chuck's a good
referees.
dude.
Soccer.
He was one of my favorite referees.
Bob, do you like Chuck?
Yeah.
Love Chuck.
Okay, I didn't know you being an attorney and him being a judge.
No,
If
we used to work together.
oh, I know, but I didn't know if he ever
Yeah, he's
ruled
one of my
against.
favorite people.
Okay.
I'm not in the court system
He
anymore, so I can
was,
say it. Chuck is an attorney.
He was so mad. I'll tell you, he was
Judge.
so mad, and I can say this, I
Upstate.
guess, since I don't live. Yeah, I don't think I ever have to appear before him. He was so mad when we went to a 2-inch shirt because he's going to buy another shirt. And I'm like,
You mean the
Stripes.
Yeah.
the stripes? Yeah, he was so.
Well, I
mad
got a
about
good
that.
friend that lives down that way, sir.
Yeah.
So you know Garland Yop?
No, I don't.
They're neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only 5,000 people that live down at Surf
Well, I
City.
mean, he's that
Hey, do you
guy-
know that guy that lives in Northwoods?
And there's like
Um,
100 yops that
Okay,
live
so
down that
I
way
knew I
too.
said- I've just never said that. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
apologize.
No, no, no.
It was a great question.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it
Not
was,
that
but
one, but-
but to finish real
Yes.
fast, I'll finish answering.
Yeah.
It's
Well, the answer
You
to
know,
the question
they'll-
is yes.
they'll join a local clinic, and we have training every week and scrimmages, and you join your local association. I'm in the East Carolina Football's Official Association, and you start getting assigned games.
So
And
are there different? So when you do that, do you start out like 1A, 2A, 3A?
No.
4A? Do you-
No.
No,
just
uh,
whatever game they can get you on.
Yeah.
It doesn't
yeah.
matter. So if you've been there 6 months,
Or
could
you,
be in
you
a
should do
4A.
that.
You
So-
can do it, or if you've already
well,
been to the clinic a
I
lot
mean,
when
if
you
you've
were
been there
younger.
for 6
have.
months, you're not gonna, you're not gonna go get game of the week.
Right,
know,
okay.
You're not going to get a game that's going to have conference championship implications or something like that.
How do you get to, like, how did you get involved with doing the D3? I mean, obviously I know
Yeah.
from the East Coast Invitational basketball deal, and Wells Gulledge is a big buddy of mine, and talking with the officials with that, it's a progression. Is it a progression up from D3 to D2 to D1?
Yeah, it's next to unheard of for somebody to go to D1
To start off.
Yeah.
So
I don't know of any story. And I know a lot of people who will go to D2 conferences
Yeah.
from high school. That's difficult too. There's tons of people that apply for.
Are
it.
there more officials at the college level than they are the high school
Oh
level?
my God, are you kidding me? At the from D2 and up, yeah, there's the conference that I applied to this year. I'm not sure the exact number he hired. It was like 12, 13, something like that. And he probably had 400 or 500 applicants.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, they're not so now D3 they are, they have a hard time,
Yeah.
retaining guys. So if you don't get moved up, within a couple of years, there's so much travel.
Where's
involved.
the D2 conference in North Carolina? Barton is D2, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Barton
Barton.
is.
Barton, Catawba, Lenore,
Yeah,
Ron.
Okay.
Ryan.
Okay. Okay. Your old Wofford. Wofford's 1A, boy.
One, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're-
there-
they-
there is, yes.
They D1, baby.
South Carolina too.
James, when you first get going, what if you like just passed the class and you get going? What is the easiest position on the field to call?
Well, none of them are easy. So, but almost everybody will start off on the wing. So, you asked the question earlier, how many officials are there? So, in
Yeah.
high school football,
There's
in
only
North Carolina, there's
five.
There's
Yeah.
5 until you get to the third round of the playoffs, and then we use 7-man crew. So everybody will start off almost as a line judge or a head linesman, and it's kind of like your starting position, but it's not an entry level position. Those are probably the two hardest positions on the field. You're brand new, you're nervous, you think you understand the game of football until you actually have to go out there and do it. And you have, you have coaches in your ear,
And you have the
can-
entire sideline right
So-
behind
and you
you.
got the
So-
sidelines,
and it's
and
4th
you
and 1,
and
and you
you
have to do
hear
the spot.
and you hear every word from the fans your first couple of years.
So is the linesman.
Right.
Your job is to, I guess, obviously call offsides.
yeah, they get all the calls. They do.
Okay.
They're the busiest guys on the field.
On the outside, holding,
Holding,
spotting the
yeah.
ball.
They get
But like
Yeah.
pre-snap calls would
all the
be,
pre-snap calls. Are
would
theirs,
be
the false
offsides, false
yeah.
starts.
Legal
What about,
formation.
so let me ask, so let me ask you about the change this year in the NFL. I mean, I think it should have been done for years because they line up like wings, man. The damn tackles line up with 1 foot back in the backfield, and it allows them to open up. I mean, when we played, we had to be we had to be facing the damn line, and now those tackles, man. I mean, over the years, that
They start
outside
moving
foot,
further and further. And
yeah,
further
the
back.
outside foot. So the NFL has cracked down on that this
Well, it's
year.
such a huge advantage.
I
And,
100% agree with
think
you.
about the the evolution of the game in the last 25 years. I mean, it's how many teams run the ball all the time? I mean, if you're throwing the ball and you got a 2 or 3 step advantage to your lineman to get ready, that's a huge advantage.
Well, that and you have edge rushers like Micah Parsons,
And you're
that you got
taking-
you
you're
want to
taking
be further
space from
back
those
for.
guys.
Yeah,
We're talking about high school football.
But
High
but
school's
you
the
don't see
same.
that
way.
much in high
All
school.
that filters down.
well,
So
Micah Parsons played high school football.
But you don't see that call as much in high school as you see in the pros.
you're seeing it this year though.
Really?
So it came down to one of our points of emphasis in the rule book was to crack down on that this year on linemen being lined up in the backfield. So
Okay.
So that's
So
being
that
out
from
like
the
that.
NFL to college down to high. I mean, that was
Well, everything that happens up there, it trickles down.
trickles down.
You know, the one thing that gets me, and I'm a Friday night coach. Shut up. I get it. But the sideline.
Friday nights are my favorite night.
Sandwich eater.
He knew what was coming.
The sideline
Sandwich eater.
coaches that like cheat on the field, that aggravates the flip out of me.
They don't have get
And the get back coaches. Well, we do,
I know,
but our
I know
coaches
you
still
do.
do it. And we got penalized the other night, and
You
that
will.
would be aggravating.
Did you get the warning first?
Well, I'll tell you, you
Yes.
get a.
Yeah,
You
we
brought it
did.
on yourself.
We did.
Well-
I understand that, but that would be aggravating to me.
Well,
if
when I
was that
meet
guy.
with my head coaches before every game, one of the questions I ask them is, "Do you have someone on to keep your sidelines under control?
Yes,
Do you have a
yes.
get back coach?" And 100% of them say yes.
But he's normally eating the sub
But
on
I'm
the
going to tell you
bench.
something. I could give sideline warnings and flags to sidelines all night long if I wanted to.
Oh, I'm sure you
I
could.
know you could. I know you
Yeah.
could.
What about
But
–
honestly, around here, no kidding, around here, most of them are pretty good. And
Right.
and if we just tell them, turn around just and say, "Hey guys, give us some space here," they'll back up.
what about the old adage or the old saying, you could call a penalty on every play?
I
Or you-
could call 5 on every play.
yeah, that's true.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
that's
We don't.
yeah, no, you don't. I mean, and that's a good thing. But you say there's literally a penalty or and a lot of times it's holding or whatever. But a lot of times you could call a penalty on every play. So
Oh,
that's very
So
true.
what I teach the clinics here. I teach the officials, the new officials and the veteran officials. I'm the primary instructor in the clinic, and I tell them that a hold is against the rules. It's in the book. You can't hold and restrict somebody, right? But what makes it a foul is not the act of holding, but you kept someone from being able to make
an impact on
an
the play.
impact on the play.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
So a hold way over here. You know,
Yeah.
unless it's just brutal. And,
you got common
know,
sense. I
don't
like
care,
you. I
man.
like
don't-
him. He's got common
and if
sense.
someone
Yeah.
on my crew
It's the
calls it,
exception or
I'm
the
probably
rule.
going to
Just let it go.
I'm going to chew them out later.
Yeah, you say, hey man, you can't do that. If you do it, come this way. I'm gonna throw it on you.
Yeah, I'm going to.
No, I got no. That's cool, man.
But yeah, so it's that's the there's all over the place.
Do you have the same crew every week?
No,
That's hard. Isn't
that
it?
makes it difficult. Yeah,
Makes it very difficult.
yeah. So this last Friday night, we had I had one guy that I'd worked with this season.
Oh, wow.
In Friday games, and the other 4 guys, it was our first time, or the 3 guys, it was the first time that we had worked together. All veteran guys. We called a good game, and we talked about it afterwards, and we were like, we just never got in a groove. No one knew that but us, which is good, but we knew because you get used to working with the same guys. They know how to operate. They know what I expect. I know what they're going to do. We can adjust to it.
I feel your pain, man. I mean, with this podcast, I have to work with some guys, and I know what to expect out of them. I know that Irv is going to ask probably at some point in time is going to ask a dumbass question about technology. I mean, I know,
asked.
If I ask a question
that
about
was from last
technology,
week,
it'd be a dumbass
Steve, when I wasn't here, and I was trying to get YouTube stuff. Hey, just shut up. Just shut up. 'Cause I've heard that.
Did
enough.
you?
Just
So
shut up.
when I was promoting this tonight on Facebook, I was like, "Hey guys, we're going on YouTube. It's really easy to find unless you're Mike Irvin."
I hadn't been on Facebook, so I don't know. I'm not over
It's
that.
not on Facebook.
It's not on Facebook.
So remind us one more time, if someone is interested in getting involved and being a ref, what do they need to do?
So if you know somebody, just ask them, "Hey,
Okay.
what do I got to do?" But the easiest way to do is go on the internet. If you're in North Carolina, look up the North Carolina High School Athletics Association. There's a tab that says officials at the top, and it'll give you the information of who to contact. So the regional supervisors in your area, and they'll walk you right through it.
Awesome.
Is it still Jim for this area?
It's Jim Rouse.
Yeah.
For football, it is.
Yeah.
Do you now? I'm gonna flip over now for
Yes, he calls me
from
every day. Yes.
from an athletic director, former athletic director position. I know, and this is, aren't you're able to like if you get a list, I know you told me before, like in
You mean blacklist them or blackball them?
Yeah, in
yes,
soccer.
You can do that.
Okay.
I did that as an AD at Jacksonville High School. There was one referee that was blacklisted for all sports.
Really?
Yep.
You care to disclose that?
Do you care that
No,
name?
he doesn't. But I know who.
I'll gladly do it.
I haven't been to Jacksonville in a long time, man. Was it me? Yeah.
Nope, it is not you. let me give you just a hint. His father also referees.
Please stop.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Let's take him. Let's take my man James off.
All right. We'll move. We're going.
Miller's mic.
Any other questions? Any other questions about reference for James? We're going to move on to
I
college.
appreciate you coming, and I appreciate.
Oh,
you answering
absolutely.
my question about how you become that.
Oh man, I talk about it all day long.
Irv, that might be the best question you've ever asked
Bob
on
just
the
told me
show.
on a side note. He goes, "You're asking really stupid ass questions."
No, that's actually a really
And
good question.
I mean, that was very.
What? So, from an athletic director standpoint, I can tell you that there are not enough referees out there.
Well,
in
you know
any
what?
sport.
Here's a good question. Then back to you. How about all these coaches that have coached and done these sports? Why would they not go maybe do that? They've grown up
some,
with that.
Get
Some
revenge.
have.
Huh?
Get revenge.
Well, not. I say you're Southwest and you're going in a different direction.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
always
saying,
about
No,
revenge.
these guys have been
So we're
coaching
saying
for
it's like
20,
somebody
30
like
years.
me who's
Yeah,
coached
like you.
forever.
Why wouldn't you just go say, "Hey, okay, I'm gonna be"?
Because really,
Cause
it's. I mean, I would say I'm just going to say it. It's honestly, man, it's a thankless job. You got to love it. You don't. I mean, you don't get. You don't do. You don't do it for the money. You do it because you love the sport or whatever. And personally, I would never do it
So
because I would get in a fight with the parents in the stands because they would be yelling at me.
You'd be good, Goody. You'd really be good.
I would be
Goody.
fair.
Good goody.
I would be very fair
Yeah.
because I
Intelligent. See it.
I know a little bit about the
Oh.
sport. I played the sport at
time out. Has anybody besides me and Joey sat with Steve Goodson on a sideline during a soccer
during
game?
soccer. Well, I don't know soccer though, man.
never.
No, I'm
never.
I'm horrible.
I didn't take back what I said.
Yeah.
Be a good official.
What is kickball?
Yes. All right. Goody
It's-
would not be a good official.
It's soccer, dude.
Miller, have you ever
It's
seen
soccer.
the Sopranos
I
episode?
could do
Soccer,
football.
What are those guys?
Oh,
Oh,
man,
look,
yeah.
No lie. I had to tell Steve one game. I said, Steve, if you would just stop yelling about everything and let the kids just play, you'd be amazed. And he took it to heart, and he was better. And what happened to the kids?
They got better.
Yeah.
They played better. I only did it during
So you
soccer. I
basically
didn't do it during volleyball
Miller,
when Spencer
Miller,
played
you
volleyball.
basically told him to shut the hell up.
In a nice way.
I have a question for Dave.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the Sopranos episode where
No.
Sil and
No,
Tony Soprano are on the sidelines during the soccer game
no.
berating the referee? You got
No.
the mafia doing it. Is that what Goody was like?
Yeah, I was bad.
Oh, he
I was bad. I admit it. I got.
Look, I can tell you this. When,
I-
when
well,
Gray
I don't-
played, I can
Going
tell you this.
anymore, right?
White Oak never committed a foul. The ball never went out of bounds against White
it
Oak.
was. I
Should
wasn't.
always
that
be
bad.
their way.
I wasn't that.
Okay,
Every
let's move
goal,
on.
there was somebody
Are we gonna
offsides.
move on?
We're gonna move on. Let's
All right,
move
let's
on.
roll.
Let's move on. All right, let's move on to college.
You guys gonna
Fun weekend in college football
It was.
this week. I was just going to start with the top
1.4 million worth.
with the top 25. Oklahoma State dramatic comeback against Arkansas in overtime, 39-31. Penn State held on against Bowling
They
Green,
struggled.
34-27. Syracuse upset number 23 Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's back to
Thanks for
normal,
coming, bro.
31-28. Kansas State beats Tulane 34-27. Hook 'em horns, baby. Wearing the hat as long as I can. Literally the best team in college football the first 3 weeks.
Easy what you say. Easy what you say.
Then-
We'll agree to disagree right
well,
now, but easy
well,
what you say.
Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois. They went to the big house.
Georgia's pretty good.
Georgia's real good. and
Georgia's
Tennessee
pretty
would
good.
win half of
Tennessee-
them. Yeah.
Tennessee-
Well, we'll
pretty
find
good.
out shortly. Georgia's played who they played because that's on their schedule. Georgia ain't played nobody yet. Texas has played another top 10 team, and at their
Spanked them.
place they went to their house and spanked them.
Yep.
31-12, and it wasn't that close. They gave up that touchdown late in the fourth quarter because they were playing prevent defense. Here we go. Georgia beats the Tennessee Tech Micromen or whoever they are 48-3.
Is that like community college?
Yes, community college in Tennessee. Utah 23-12 over Baylor. Iowa gets upset by Iowa State.
That was a good game.
It sucked. I lost money on that game.
Sorry.
Because it's legal in North Carolina now. I lost money in it on that field goal. I had Iowa money line.
Yeah. That hurt my parlay.
Did LeBron play on that team?
Nope.
I got some LeBron trivia coming up here anyway.
You had to.
Louisville,
Louisville
49-14. Upset the weekend, 16-14. Northern Illinois kicks a field goal, and Notre Dame paid Northern Illinois $1.4 million for that ass whooping.
That's a
To
good
come
win.
to South Bend for that ass.
Ole Miss, got to watch him, baby. Lane, 52-3 over another powerhouse, Middle Tennessee.
That's crazy.
Miami, Florida, 56-9 over Florida A&M. Miami, Florida is the class right now of the ACC.
Looks like it.
Missouri, 38-0 over Buffalo. Missouri's up to number 9 in the country. Illinois, great game. It beat Kansas, number 19, 23-17. I won money on that game. Alabama, 42-16 against, but that game was closer than what the score indicates. LSU, 44-21, Nicholls State. A drubbing, just a damn ass whooping in Mayo. They lathered them in Mayo. Tennessee 51, NC State 10.
I understand that. I get it.
You got something to say?
No. I'm NC State embarrassed me.
Okay. Western Michigan scored as many points as I did this weekend, 0 against Ohio State, 56-0. Oklahoma struggled against Houston at home, 16-12. Clemson took it out on App State. We all lost that one, 66-20. Oregon 37, Boise State 34, and Arizona 22-10 over who'd they play? Northern Arizona. Just real quick, ACC scores, because we do want to talk about our ACC schools. Literally the most boring game that I went to in a long time. Carolina beats Charlotte 38-20. Carolina's not a very good football team. First one to admit it.
How's tailgating?
We had a little liquor in the
No, you did not.
in the Rams deck parking lot. We did. Yeah, great. Chris brought some vodka.
That
So
takes
we
a
had,
sting off a little bit, right?
yeah,
There was a leak in the bathroom. Though. That was the only bad thing.
yeah, there was a leak in the bathroom. California, one of the newest ACC schools, goes to Auburn and beats them 21-14. Boston College 56 over Duquesne. I didn't know Duquesne even had a football team. I just thought they played basketball. Cocaine. Virginia Tech 31, Marshall 14. Did y'all see the one-handed catch that the kid from Marshall
Yes.
had?
Oh my God.
Catch of the year right now. Or, well, I don't know. There's been a couple real
Well,
good
they had
catches.
catch of the year last week.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
It's catch of the week then. How about
Yeah.
that? Miami, Florida, we talked about this. Stanford 41 over Cal Poly 41-7. Virginia came back and beat Wake Forest, Rainer. We were back and forth over that one, 31-30. Then we got to Tennessee, and we got App State, and then BYU beat another new ACC school, 18-14 over SMU, and then Friday night Duke beat Northwestern. And I didn't know they didn't go overtime, did they? Yeah, I guess it went overtime. 26.
Was that a quiz bowl match or something?
Yeah, 26-20. So, yeah, that was the Brainiacs versus the mathematics.
Westerns are very
Hey,
high.
good.
flying
There should
school.
be an asterisk with the Clemson result.
Why is that?
They changed quarterbacks.
Permanently? Clemson did?
DJ didn't play,
Oh.
and I think that's the difference.
DJ Underlay. Ba-dee-ba-dee-ba.
All right, so let's look at the totals from last week.
Can't be good.
We all picked BYU. Miller and me and Joey picked Texas to kick up all in Michigan's ass, which they did. We all missed Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State won by 8, and the line was 8.5.
Damn it.
Rainer, Irvin, Warlick, and Joey all picked East Carolina. You and I missed that one, Dave. Goody, Miller, Warlick, and Joey picked Tennessee to kick up all in state, which they did. Colorado. So now we're on Colorado. Colorado. We all picked Nebraska except Joey. Joey picks Colorado. So did any of y'all watch the Colorado game?
I watched a little bit.
Men playing boys. Men playing boys. The difference is in the damn trenches, boys. I'm telling you. The difference is in the damn. And the thing about it is, I'm not a Dion guy. Nebraska, unless they turn the corner greatly this year, they're a middle of the pack Big Ten team. I mean, they do have their freshman quarterback is pretty good, but last year they were a middle of the pack to the lower level Big Ten team, and they manhandled Colorado. And I just what now?
What's the difference?
the damn line, man. It's in the trenches.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, games are won on the line.
And Prime, Coach Prime is just he's built his team with all these damn quarterbacks and running backs.
He's got
and
skill
he's got
positions,
skill
but
positions covered,
You
man.
got to
But
protect your quarterback.
if the damn quarterback ain't got no time to throw the ball, I'm telling you, man, it does my heart good to see it.
When it's your son, you think he gets
I'm
that
not
every day?
I'm not a Coach Prime guy. We all missed App State pretty badly. We all missed Wake. We all took Wake. And then Goody, Miller, and Irv, we picked South Carolina. South Carolina outright beat Kentucky 31-6. 31-6. They gave them a butt whooping. So let's go to the picks, and then I've got some more college stuff to talk about. We're gonna start with I'm gonna put FSU in it. So the way I do this, I'm putting in top 20 games or good
This
games.
is all with the spread.
All with the spread. I'm put FSU in here because hoping they're going to get their first game. They're at home versus Memphis.
Good. They've already played 2.
Get their first win.
Oh, okay.
Get their
All
first win. I'm sorry. FSU -3.5 at home versus Memphis. Dave, who you got?
Oh, give me FSU. They got to win a game at some point.
Okay. Rainer, who you got?
FSU.
All right. Irv? Okay. Warlick?
FSU.
I'm going to take FSU. James, do you want to get in on this, man?
No.
You're refrain. Okay. I got your name up there. I didn't know.
Are you reffing that game?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
He's just, yeah, no, I get it,
You'll be
man.
amazed, man. I don't even get to watch these games. You know,
I get it. Alabama, 15 and a half going to Wisconsin.
Badgers. That's a hell of a damn name, man.
You're going with the Badgers.
I am.
Okay. Warlick, who you got? Alabama.
Take it.
Rainer, who you
What's your
got?
choice?
Badgers, and I would take the under in that game.
You would take the under.
You would take the what?
Miller, who you got?
Give me Bama.
They always have tough
Bama.
defense. They don't score a lot. And they have tough defense.
I'm on the fence about
Bama
this
ain't
one.
scoring like they used to.
I think Wisconsin's
I'm
going to
gonna
be. I
go
think
with
Wisconsin's
Alabama.
down this year. I'm going to take Alabama. All right. LSU, 7.5 going to South Carolina. I think that line is a little deflated because of South Carolina's win over Kentucky this week. I think if they would have lost yesterday, that line would probably be about 14
So
points.
make your pick, buddy.
I'm taking LSU.
I want South Carolina.
Okay. Rainer?
Cox.
Okay.
I knew you would take that.
You always take the Cox.
You did. I'm gonna take.
One of you always take the Cox.
I'm gonna take LSU. I know
LSU.
you were gonna take
Just because you want to say it.
Okay.
Well, go ahead, Warren.
I'm a little bit leery of I don't know that.
Night, definitely.
Oh yeah. If you've not been down to Columbia, South Carolina, William Bryce Stadium for a night game, the thing is that the top thing sways, and they do sway because I've been in there. Okay, I thrown Notre Dame in here because they got beat. They got upset this week. They are 10.5-point favorites going to Purdue. I think they're going to just demolish Purdue.
Old school.
Give me Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Rainer?
Notre Dame.
I'm gonna take Purdue.
Purdue. This is why you're in last place. But go
I was
ahead.
Might be, but
I always noticed-
I figured Chris was gonna take Southwest.
Yeah, but so
I always noticed Dave whenever I picked the same one as him, he
Notre
goes,
Dame's coming over with a hard.
start shaking his head.
So just a quick glance after all the games with the Cowboys. Just going back real quick, Rainer is a stellar 20-26 on the year. Irvin, you're average. You're 23-23. You're 20.
500. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good.
Yeah,
Hey,
That's a
500
winner.
gets you in the playoffs. Right?
500.
That's
gets you a playoff.
500 gets in the play. I like
All
what
right.
you think, James.
West Virginia at Pittsburgh, the backyard brawl.
Ooh.
This is an intense game.
Ooh.
West Virginia -2.5. They're in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's 2-0 is 2-0, but I'm going with West Virginia. And if
Give me the Mountaineers.
Mountaineers,
Them Panthers. Pitt Panthers.
Pitt Panthers, they got a better chance of winning than the Carolina
Oh, no
Panthers.
doubt.
I'm gonna take
Taking Pitt.
Yeah.
Pitt. There's going to be some separation. Texas A&M going to Florida. Texas A&M -3.5.
That's a trap line.
That's a trap line. You're damn
the
skippy.
way you think.
5 point.
Guy's playing for his job. I'm taking Florida Gators. Let's go Gators.
I am with you as well. I am taking Florida Gators.
Give me A&M.
Okay. Rainer?
Florida.
I'm gonna take Florida.
Okay.
Tim Tebow.
Okay,
He's not there anymore.
this might be the game.
not.
This might be the game of the week in Eastern North Carolina.
Okay.
App State goes to East Carolina.
I'm going to be there. I'll text you.
This should be
Play-by-play.
a double whammy. So
East
you win that one,
Carolina.
you get two.
East Carolina is favored by 3.5.
East Carolina's favored by how many?
3.5. I'm taking App State. I don't think they let me down 2 weeks in a row.
Give me the Pirates.
All right.
You're
I
not
can't
gonna,
have
you're
a
not
stake
gonna
in
like
this
this,
one.
Miller.
I'm a app grad. My wife's
ECU.
ECU grad, so we're gonna have some fun.
I'm gonna take ECU for my daughter, and my wife.
App looked very athletic and getting humiliated.
Nice.
Nice. That's okay. Well, okay.
So they're
All
going to be
right.
on fire. They're going to be like, feeling real bad.
Good looking
Yeah.
kids.
All right. Coach Prime. Coach Prime tries to get back on the winning ways. Colorado minus 9.5
Who are they playing?
going to Colorado State.
Ooh.
I'm taking Colorado State. I will never pick Colorado. And I don't care. I could go, there's 20 picks on this sheet. If I go 19-1 and lose this game, I'm perfectly fine with it. Miller, who you got?
Give me the Rams.
Colorado State.
I'm the Rams, and I think that should be our bet this week that we do. The community
Well, wait a
bet.
minute. Who?
You still got the choice on that because
I'm winning.
yeah. because you're winning.
That's probably about the only bets he wins. isn't it?
Yeah, because he
I'm
loses
done.
on this pick.
I'm done, dude. Done.
That's Colorado State.
What now? Well, they got beat by first week by who beat them? First?
Hawaii.
No.
It was a gooder team.
It was a good team that beat them.
Who
God, who did? I mean, they're a top team. I can't believe we know.
No, it was like North Dakota.
No. It was somebody in the top 10 that beat
Oh, wait a
them.
minute. I can't do the top 25 because Colorado's not ranked.
It was
What's that conference?
Texas.
Mountain West?
Texas beat them the first game of the season. Beat Colorado State.
Okay,
But-
State.
So
but-
am I on the poll?
Yeah. But
That's what
Colorado
I
State
heard.
won Saturday night.
I'm gonna take.
Who? Were you speaking to the mic?
I'm gonna take Colorado State.
Okay.
Who?
Or
Hold my breath and take Colorado.
okay. I hope you lose.
Me too.
And I,
Last game, yeah. Last game, just because it's a large line. Kentucky 22.5. I'm taking.
Give me the Dogs.
I hate to say Kentucky.
Say it.
I got Kentucky covering.
Okay.
And the under or the over?
I got the dogs.
You got the dogs.
Give me them
Orla-
dogs.
Cats.
Cats. You're gonna go with the Cats this time. Okay. All right. All right. Pop back in now. Now let's talk a little college. Let's just some college football stuff. Found this very interesting.
NCO.
Shadora Sanders is currently slated
Colorado.
to make more in NIL money this season, $4.7 million,
And they'll make him in the NFL.
than the base salaries of Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, J.D. Stroud, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, and this is after Jordan Love just signed his new contract, Aaron Rodgers, Trevor Lawrence, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, and A.J. Brown.
Wow.
This is why so many players are staying in college that NIL money is doing. What are y'all's thoughts about that?
Well, it's
And if you two talking to the mic, go ahead.
it's basically minor league ball. It's professional sports. I mean, the kids are getting paid. And then look, go to the girls' side of the college athletics. There's no point of them leaving because they're never going to make that kind of money playing professional sports. And it's the same way with the guys. I mean,
The only person that's making that not in college, Caitlin Clark in the pros is making that money, and it's not from the WNBA.
It's not her contract.
It's
It's all
endorsements.
endorsements.
Yeah,
How much did she make NIL though when she was in school? Do you know?
I
have no idea.
I bet she made
That
something.
was probably the start and end of it.
I bet she made something.
Yeah, she probably made a lot from the corn fed association or the cornbread association.
Badass.
Oh, dude, she's freaking
I
nice.
love
Crazy,
her
right?
damn integrity in her fight.
She's awesome.
And she doesn't bite back at all the snips either.
But
you
see,
know?
that's what's so wrong, man, with college athletics now that you can that just makes no sense. What motivation is it to get to the NFL?
I'm going to say this: those figures you gave, Goody, I love you, but they're all highly skewed because those guys are making so much more money than those base salaries. But that $4 million's crazy for a
yeah, but that's why I said,
college
but
guy.
that's why it's a base salary. I mean,
That's nuts.
they get signing bonuses.
I agree
No,
with
I mean, now I'll tell you this. You know, Brock Purdy's base salary is $900,000 a year.
Yeah.
You can't live in.
That's the best deal in pro sports.
He has to live. He has to live in like Oakland because he can't live in San Francisco on $900,000.
It is in Oakland, Michigan.
He's got he rents a studio apartment in San Francisco with a roommate because he can't live there now. But yeah, I know it's skewed, but base salary.
Crazy.
I mean, it still outlines the craziness of college athletics.
Well, it's a lot of these guys that shop around so much you can't build a dynasty.
Right.
Yeah.
Broken, man.
Yeah.
Between NIL and leaving every year on the transfer, it's a horrible.
I hate it.
system.
I hate it. It's ruined college athletics.
Purdy might have the Bobby Bonilla clause where he gets $1 million every year for the rest of his
Not
life. or
yet.
something.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's the best deal ever cut by. Who was Bobby? Rainer, look up who was Bobby Bonilla's contract when he got it signed. His agent. Who was his agent? It was not you. If it was you, you're magical.
It was some guy named Murray.
It was some guy named Houdini, man, because that dude, that was magical.
Who was your contract with?
I think I had the guy at North Carolina Central that didn't make it.
Didn't make it, man. Me too.
Spinning.
So check this out. So I saw this meme in the NFL, and it was actually comparing it. It says it was comparing NFL teams to their college counterparts. Okay, so I'll explain to it when I read the first one. So the NFL team is the Kansas City Chiefs. The current dynasty, but their players keep getting in trouble. So what college would you relate that to?
Georgia.
Georgia. That's an easy one.
Yep.
Well, it's Atlanta. They're in
No.
Georgia.
But
No.
it's the University
No,
of
it's
Georgia
not.
is the college.
They're in Athens.
Okay.
or-
This one is
not very far.
has a stacked roster but can't win it all. What NFL team would that be?
Yeah, with their on their
Cowboys.
TV
No,
right here.
the Cowboys are coming though. The Cowboys are coming. That would be the San Francisco 49ers. And what college team would you compare that to?
What, Michigan or Ohio State?
Ohio State. Okay. Teddy says we need to get NIL money will start to dry up after a few years of no winning and championships for the amount that is being dished out.
You know what? That's a really good call. That's a great comment, Teddy. You're a little bit smarter than I thought you were.
Bonilla's agent was Johnny Cochran.
No,
Every year on that day, you must pay.
you must pay.
No,
Okay.
Dennis Gilbert, who was an insurance agent at the time.
Wow, that's awesome.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Super
I don't get this one. Perennial losers that have turned themselves around.
Mike Irvin.
What NFL team? This one, the NFL team I get. Who has perennially been
The
horrible?
Lions.
Detroit Lions. I don't get this on the. You'll never get it on the college side. You'll never get it. The Oregon State Beavers. I don't get that one.
Love them Beavers.
Okay, now this one you should be able to
Gotta love
get.
the
This one
Beavers.
you should be able to
Gotta love
get.
the Beavers.
What's an offense in the NFL? What team? What's an offense?
What?
They basically are saying their offense sucks in the NFL.
Oh, Carolina Panthers.
Nah, but they're a good,
Does.
but they're a somewhat good team. They're a good team.
So it's,
Oh, that just ruined it.
I'll give you this: the Pittsburgh Steelers.
okay.
Yeah, that's an easy one if you
They
think.
haven't had
Yeah,
one for a while.
if you think about it.
30 minutes,
Yeah.
30 minutes, that's easy.
But now this one in college should be easy. What's the college equivalent? College equivalent. What's an offense? The worst offense in college football for a good team that wins.
Wisconsin's pretty bad. But that's not the one you're looking for.
Nope.
We're moving on.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Now the last one. This is our year.
Bye, Bob.
This is our year. What NFL team says this is our year? Literally every year.
Dallas.
Cowboys.
Dallas.
Boys.
Cowboys.
Them boys. Hey, they're up 30 to 10.
Hey, man, they're winning right now.
Right now, the
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
Bowl shirt's already being
Cowboys,
printed.
Who is that call from?
I don't know.
His boss.
It
Okay.
doesn't matter.
It was that agent we talked about.
What's the who's the college equivalent of this is our year?
The Irish.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
That's
Good
it.
call.
That's it.
When was the
So
last one they actually won? The 80s? No, they won since then.
I don't know.
Look it up.
Well, look
I'm
it
sure
up.
you will.
I'm sure you will. All right.
I'm tired of you telling me to shut up.
NFL. Let's move to the NFL.
Swap seats.
No.
Oldest rookie quarterbacks to start the NFL season opener. Who was the oldest NFL
What's his
rookie?
face at,
Chris Winkie.
Yeah.
Chris
from
Winkie
FSU.
was 29 years and 40 days old.
And
For
if
the
there was
Car-
NIL money available, he'd still be
He'd
in
still
college.
be in college.
Let's
That's right.
not.
Who was the second oldest?
Uh,
Y'all won't get this one.
I mean,
Brandon Whedon, who played at Oklahoma State. He went and played. He actually played pro baseball. He didn't make it. I think he made like AAA, but never played. He never made it to the majors. He was 28 years old and 331 days. So he was just short.
Bless you.
Cowboys and Notre Dame. Brandon Potter says, and Brandon laughed, and then he said, "Shut up, Irv."
Brandon, shut up.
Who was the third oldest rookie starting quarterback? He started this year.
Vinny Testaverde.
No.
This year.
This year? I'm
This
trying
year,
to
no,
think
I don't
rookie.
think Testaverde did
This
start
year.
this year.
This year.
There's
There's a big drop off between 28 and this age.
Yeah.
would it be Bo Nix?
Bo Nix.
Because he was like in college like 7 years.
Yeah, 24 years old, 195 days.
All right, everybody pick a year for Notre Dame's last national championship.
1997.
7.
Just pick a year.
They're
I
pretty
think it's
sure about
nice.
that.
Y'all both
Yeah.
97?
I think it was
01.
96.
They won one in the 90s?
1988.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
88. Wow.
Okay. You know what? No.
All right. This is a question that I came up with when I was watching the football games today. If you had to start a franchise with one of these two quarterbacks, which one would it be? Bryce Young or Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones.
Can I pick C?
Nope. Bryce Young or Daniel Jones?
I think I'd
Daniel
take
Jones.
I think
I'd say Jones. I think Jones.
Man, I watched Bryce Young just is not Tepper, man. I know who your dud is, Irvin, this week. Man, God, they were down 17-0 before I went up to watch the game, went to use the bathroom and came back and they were down 17-0.
And I'm sick of hearing people say that he has no tools around him. He was overthrowing the ones that were open.
Yep.
Badly.
This is so I just wanted to rub that in a little bit. This is interesting. NFL teams ranked by how rich their owners are.
Ooh.
So
Shut up. You know
who
where
is
this going.
who is the and I didn't know that they own everything. Who is the family the richest NFL franchise based on their owners?
Pittsburgh and the Hines family.
Shit, no. Let me tell you this: Pittsburgh is dead last.
Wow.
Okay.
Art Rooney, $1.2 billion. They are dead last out of all the teams.
Tepper's second or third. I can't
Tepper
remember.
is third at $20.3 billion. Number one, the
Say it.
Denver Broncos, the Walton
Yeah,
family
that's
from Walmart, $77.4 billion.
Who is the number one sporting franchise in the world?
Hunt
We
family,
don't care.
Green Bay Packers.
No, it's
the
not.
team that it's their year this year.
It's every year.
Yeah.
They're number one until the 1st of November. Then.
Hunt
Hey, we won tonight, or we're winning.
Hunt family is second, $24.8 billion with Kansas City. Jody Allen, which I guess Paul Allen died for the used to be Microsoft, $20.3 billion for Seattle, and Stan Kroenke, $16.2 billion for the Raiders.
know
I mean
what business he was in.
or the Rams. So anyway, I thought that was interesting.
Cowboys look really good tonight. Just for the
They
record.
did. So
They do.
I want you to, before we go to scores and stuff and results, this is NFL Hope Meter. I want you to tell me if you agree. There's 4 classifications, 1, 2, 3, 5 classifications. If you agree, and we need to do this quickly. Win the Super Bowl. That's on their radar. These teams, Kansas City,
They're zoned in on it.
Okay.
They wanted that
God.
3-peat terrible.
San Francisco. They should.
Yeah.
Okay, that Detroit Lions.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
It's not going to happen.
But that's what their hope meter is.
Right. Yes.
Isn't everybody's hope meter that?
Well, the Panthers should not have
No.
that on their
Well,
meter.
no, okay.
Well, I mean,
You
The
went from the best to the worst.
The
they
Bal-
want jobs next
The
week.
Baltimore Ravens,
Yes.
the Philadelphia Eagles,
Yes.
Yes.
Cincinnati Bengals.
No.
I don't think they're.
Yeah, I think I
not on
think
their radar.
Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
And this one surprised me after one good
Crickets.
year. The Houston
Crickets.
Texans.
Crickets.
Ooh.
Crickets.
Nah.
Crickets.
Aiming real high.
Win,
Crickets.
okay, the next group win a playoff game. Dallas Cowboys.
Agree.
I don't like any.
I
I
don't
don't.
see
I
it
don't
happening
like. You know
yet,
what,
yeah.
James? I liked you when you first started, but now I don't. I don't really think I like you.
The love affair.
Oh, I
Herbert.
got to tell
Hey,
you, man.
don't feel bad. My Dolphins probably in that group.
Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New York Jets, Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars got to feel like crap, but
Yeah.
damn,
Oh, my
they
God.
beat Dolphins the whole game, and damn Dolphins came back
Yep.
and beat them,
Yep.
which I took Dolphins minus 2.5, so I like that. Atlanta didn't look that good today. Cleveland Browns, the Rams,
Aren't looking very
Not looking
good.
good right now.
and the Buccaneers.
Well, I think
Rams
I
played
think
right,
Dak,
right?
I think they paid Dak enough money that maybe he'll start playing.
and he's got to stay healthy through a whole year.
Well,
There's
They
okay. This
have money contingent on his play.
these four
They just give
teams.
it to him.
These four teams
they
hope.
just gave it to him.
These four teams hope they make the playoffs. Chicago Bears,
They've looked good in spurts.
Indianapolis Colts,
Well, they won today, didn't
I think so. Yeah, finally.
Seattle Seahawks,
Mm.
and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's about right.
Okay,
Seahawks have
These
done well with
teams- these teams just want to be competitive. Arizona Cardinals.
They were today.
Yeah, they were. They actually had Buffalo on the ropes, man. First half. The LA Chargers, New Orleans Saints. They look
they? They look good today.
the Saints could have won the Super Bowl today if they played Carolina Panthers every day. Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. Darnold looked good today for the Vikings. Of course, they played the Giants, but he looked good.
Yeah.
Did you see their
Oh my
uniforms?
God, you see those uniforms?
Oh, my
Oh
God.
man, they look
I
crazy.
mean,
didn't they?
they're doing a
The
throwback
Giants,
thing.
yeah,
Who's
look,
Oh, my God.
uniforms?
The New York
Giants.
Giants.
Oh, they were
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
It
The
looks
red
looks
with the
like a
stripe.
sweater
That
from
was
set-
weird.
They look like
1976.
Alcatraz prison uniform. Yeah.
Show signs of improvement or of hope. The Commanders, the Raiders, the Patriots, the Panthers,
Nope.
Who are the
There's
Commanders?
No hope.
Washington Commanders,
Oh, okay.
No,
aka the Redskins.
Thank you.
I
The New York
they're
Giants.
getting pounded right now. So
Yeah, they are. I took Tampa Bay money line on this one, and the Denver Broncos. So I thought that was.
I
that was-
disagree with the Panthers. They're at that level. We just want to sell concert tickets to George Strait.
They have no hope.
That's all they're. That's all they're doing.
it's the only way they're gonna fill the stadium.
All right, how about this? NFL award predictions. I'm going to name 3 names. You tell me one of these 3 names or other. The MVP of the league is going to be Patrick Mahomes, C.J. Stroud, or Jordan Love, or other.
Go ahead. I'll let y'all finish.
I mean, yeah, I think as much as I know you're not going to like this, Goody,
Okay.
I think if the Ravens have a good year, I think Lamar's in the talks.
Yeah,
I know you don't like him. I'm just
Let me tell you before we move on from that. Let me I heard the best. I've tried to figure out how I feel about Lamar Jackson, and I heard something on an announcer or a commentator on the radio today tell me how I feel about Lamar Jackson, and I didn't know it until now. They said his critics think he's overrated, and his supporters think he's underrated. That's exactly how when we talk like Joey,
Right.
Joey loves him,
Right.
like, but that's exactly. I've been trying to. I just, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't. He lost. I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but
right.
that synopsis of his critics thinks he's overrated, his supporters thinks he's underrated, pretty much sums up Lamar Jackson. I think so.
Well, if Mahomes goes all the way again, how do you not give it to
Right.
him?
Yeah, I'd-
three-peat
right.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who do you? Are you going to say Dak?
I'm going to say this. I don't think Mahomes will. And I love Lamar.
Yeah.
I wish Lamar was our quarterback in Dallas.
Well, he's not going to be now.
Well, I understand
Yeah.
that. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just wishful thinking. But I think, honestly, with the contract that the Dak ass is signed,
Yeah.
that he's going to try to play
Okay.
this year. I don't like
So
him.
is he gonna
man,
win- all right,
But
so-
I don't like him. But
so-
I'm telling
So
you,
is
I
he
have a
going to?
theory.
So who's going to be the MVP?
I'm thinking he will be.
Dak.
Yep.
Okay. Rainer, who's going to be MVP?
I just treat Mahomes in love.
Okay. And you got
Well,
Mahomes. You got
I got
Mahomes.
Mahomes. Yeah.
Look, I mean, I think Mahomes is the right answer, but I think
Look,
with those
Lamar,
three, I think Lamar needs to be in the conversation.
Okay.
But here's the thing: in Love out for, didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, but it's just a couple weeks. It's a bruise. It's not.
Okay.
How do you not play with a bruise?
So we will play. That's what I'm saying.
Teddy says Lamar just needs to be Lamar. He doesn't need to
Teddy,
try to be a
stop.
pocket passer or runner. If he just plays like he played at Louisville and Thursday night, he will be great.
Yep.
Just play the game as it comes to him, and he will lose just like he did Thursday
Yeah, but I mean,
night.
those guys don't have longevity though.
Nope,
No,
they do
they don't.
that they do
You
not.
know, the pocket
do not.
passers last 20 years. Those other guys, 12, 13.
Offensive player of the year, so we're discounting the MVP race. Offensive player of the year is it going to be Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, or Brees Hall, or somebody else?
He's
Okay.
hurt around too.
If McCaffrey's healthy, I think.
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
McCaffrey's
C-Mac.
healthy.
Okay. Defensive player of the year: Myles Garrett, Aiden Hutchinson, or Micah Parsons.
I like Micah.
I like Micah too. He's
Do
impossible.
you want me to
Lamar.
answer that?
No, I know
He
you.
is
James,
impossible.
James, who you got on that one?
Don't let me again. Sorry.
Defensive player of the year: Myles Garrett, Aiden Hutchinson, or Micah Parsons, or somebody else.
Come on, man.
Oh man,
Really?
yeah, I don't even know.
Okay.
How do you not know that?
I don't get to watch a lot of this stuff, man. I'm usually watching my game.
Offensive rookie of the year: Caleb Williams, Malik Neighbors, or Marvin Harrison Jr.
Not Caleb
or
Williams.
somebody else. Yeah, he looked
he's on
horrible,
the
Dave.
mound, yeah.
Look, I think it's gonna be somebody else. I think it's gonna be somebody that we're really not looking at.
I think Bo Nix has got a shot,
I
man.
think so.
I mean, they're down 20-26, fourth quarter against the Seahawks, but he's playing, he's getting time.
Yeah.
Defensive player, well, not good. We're not gonna do that one. Comeback. This is a good one. Comeback player
Aaron
of the year.
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, or Anthony Richardson.
Aaron Rodgers not going to finish the season.
You don't think he
I
will?
hope you're right.
I agree with that.
I don't think so.
I agree with that. I think he'll be good for the middle of the season, and then he'll retire.
Okay. How about this? Most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL based on a poll. 103 NFL players were polled. Does anybody want to guess who the number one most overrated quarterback in the NFL
I
was?
will.
Are you
list.
talking about current?
Yes,
Yes.
current.
I think
Russell
Lamar.
Wilson.
Do I now? Who'd you say?
I think Lamar Jackson.
Nope.
Russell
Nope.
Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Nope.
Oh, did you want to hear mine?
Yep.
Dak Prescott.
Nope.
Well,
It could be Aaron too.
Josh
Rodgers.
Allen.
Bills.
Yeah.
This is coming from NFL players now.
That's Terry Bradshaw's guy, man.
I know. Number two,
He's a
Jalen Hurts, and tied with number two is Tua. Number three, Justin Herbert. Number four,
He played good today.
he did play good today. Number four, Trevor Lawrence. Number five, Deshaun Watson.
well, that's
Number
apparent.
six, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray played really good today. He's like 5'1". He's like a munchkin.
So there's hope for Bryce.
And number
No.
six, Brock Purdy. Josh Allen. Josh Allen, on being told that he was the most overrated player, or actually he was voted. Actually, he was voted the number one best trash talker. He was stoked that he was voted the number one.
That's funny, but he's probably the only quarterback that can play linebacker.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to so far. I don't have all the scores, but I've got Thursday night, Ravens and Chiefs. I took the Chiefs. Warlick took the Chiefs, and Joey took the Chiefs. You guys, Miller. I took the Panthers. That was stupid. I was betting with my heart. Miller and Irv and Warlick and Joey took the Saints. Me and Miller and Joey took the Packer. Let's see, the Eagles took the Eagles, and then we all took the Bears except Irvin and Joey. So where we're at so far with one game to go for this week.
Wait a minute, hold on, stop. Did
Yeah.
I take the Panthers in that? It looks like
No. You're right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is three losses that you've picked and one win. That was the Saints was the only game you won so far today. Except you'll win the boys.
Well, I hope so.
So right now, this week, I'm
14
14-6, going to be 15-6. Miller's going to be 15-6. Miller's going to be 14-7 because he picked the Cowboys. I'm sorry, he picked the Browns. Rayner picked the Browns, right? So Rayner's going to go 9-12.
Nice.
It's a good week.
You're going to end up
for me.
You're going to end up above 500 with
I'm up 500.
11-10.
500 is good.
Warlick picked the Browns, so he's going to be 13-8, and Joey picked the Cowboys. He'll be 14-7. So I'm 15-6. I'm leading the way again. Overall cumulative, I'm 35-12. Miller's 32-15. Rayner is 20-27. You are 24-23. You're just above 500.
Right where I need to be.
And Warlick is 29-18. So let's go real quick. Warlick's left. Tonight, Sunday night game, Rams at the Lions. It's 4.5.
For the Lions,
Yeah,
Lions.
Lions 4.5.
give me the Lions.
You gonna take
At
the
Detroit.
It is
Zach-
Detroit. Yeah, Lions.
You got the Lions. Who you want, Rainer?
Lions.
Lions. Okay.
Put it in right now.
I want to take the Lions.
The Lions. James, you still refraining since this is
No.
There'll be no refraining.
But
okay.
I mean, again, I was looking at my phone.
I'm gonna take the Rams. I don't know that they're gonna win, but I think they
Cover.
but I think they cover. Okay, tomorrow night, Jets at the 49ers.
That's
The-
gonna be
the
that's gonna
Niners-
be a great.
The
49ers.
Niners -4.
Can't wait.
49ers.
I'm taking the 40. I like the 49ers of that one.
Okay.
Niners.
Niners.
Take the J Niners.
Niners. Warlick's gonna take the Niners, I think.
He
right?
will.
Yeah. And I'm gonna take the Niners got a lot of issues. They got
Shut up. You know you're gonna take. The
no,
Niners.
yeah, I took them. No, I took them.
Well, then you ain't got to. I mean,
But they're playing in San Fran.
Yeah. We got to hold off on the rest of them, the Bills, Dolphins, because the lines aren't out yet. Bills, but we're going to do Bills, Dolphins, Browns, and Jags, Bengals, Chiefs. I'll text you guys the what the lines are later this week. So, moving on, we've been on for an hour and 5 minutes. So let's talk. Go miscellaneous. These are just miscellaneous things. Does anybody know who Ted Scott is?
No.
Ted Scott. Ted Scott.
astronaut.
Ted Scott is a caddy for who?
Oh,
I know where you're
going.
Scotty Scheffler.
Scheffler.
Yeah.
Ted Scott this year made $6.2 million.
More than Jack Nicklaus's
Jack,
career.
yeah. I mean, I pulled this stuff off Facebook. Jack Nicklaus over his career made $5.8
Yeah,
million dollars. All right, now this is gonna. Y'all got to do this quick. Okay, you got to do this quick.
Okay.
This is lightning round. So now we talked about Jack Nicklaus, who I think is the GOAT of all time because I'm not a Tiger Woods guy. All time,
and you're not a Michael Jordan guy,
and I'm not a Michael Jordan guy.
so you don't know what goats are.
Okay, so I'm going to name the sport, and you tell me who the GOAT of that sport, in your opinion, is. All right,
Okay.
boxing.
Ooh.
Come on,
Muhammad
Tyson.
Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
It's got
Rainer.
to be
Muhammad Ali.
Tyson.
It's got to be Muhammad Ali.
All right,
I mean, George Foreman says Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time.
all right.
Joe Louis
I agree
is
with
the
that.
best boxer
They
ever
said
lived.
Floyd Mayweather, but I say Muhammad Ali.
Uh,
Okay, I'm going to skip this one because we know who this is. Basketball.
No.
Y'all all
Michael
say
Jordan.
y'all all say Jordan, and I say LeBron.
Nope.
Football.
Ooh. That's hard.
That is hard
Dude.
because there's so much involved with
there's
football.
just so many different eras, man. It's crazy.
Who do you have
They-
somebody listed?
They say
I mean,
Tom. They say
Brady.
Tom.
I'm
Tom
saying
Brady.
Tom Brady.
It's hard to argue with those 6 rings.
Wins,
I mean, it's hard.
Wins.
Yeah,
10 Super
especially
Bowls, 6
leaving
wins.
and going
I mean,
to
if you
a
broke it
different
down
place
to
and
like a
winning.
position, yeah, I get
Yeah.
it, but you can't. So
Yeah.
it's Tom Brady, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Tom.
All right. Baseball, which I don't really care about baseball, but baseball. And see, that's kind of skewed too because you can say pitcher or
Hitters,
or field
right.
or hitter.
Just whatever.
They say
Best
Willie
player.
Mays. They've got Willie Mays.
Okay.
But no, but you
no
can say
comment. I mean, I
Okay.
don't.
soccer.
Pele.
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 O'Peely.
They've
That's
got
the only-
Lionel-
that-
they say Lionel
That's-
I
Messi.
mean, you look at people. Who
That's the
put
only
it on
soccer
map,
person
it's
I
gotta
know is
be-
Pele.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Pele,
Pele or
Pele-
Beckham. it's
Hey.
gotta
Pele,
be
you're
there.
great.
This
Pele,
yeah.
this is the interesting one here. Track and field.
Jiminy
Carl,
Christ.
Carl Lewis.
Weathers. Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis.
But,
They've got
Weathers, the
they've got
actor,
Usain
Lewis.
Bolt, but I would
Yeah.
say I would
Lewis.
argue. But I would argue.
How many
Carl-
different events?
Carl
I mean,
Lewis.
long
Yeah.
jump and the 100-yard. Come on, man.
All right, here's one. Tennis, male or female, tennis.
John McEnroe.
No.
He was good, but
Well, man, I don't
Male,
know.
probably Federer.
male or female.
I don't know.
You know,
Female,
Bjorn
Serena.
Borg used to be good as
Yep.
hell. They've got Serena Williams, and she was pretty damn good. This is interesting. He can give an opinion on this. one.
Southwest.
Hockey.
Oh, Gretzky.
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 And
There's only one great
There's
one.
only one.
Well, that's our era, though.
right.
Like Bobby Orr, and there was some other
Isn't there
guys.
some gaudy stat? If you took away all his goals, he would still be the all-time NHL leading scorer because of his assists.
Yeah,
something
some
like
probably.
That's crazy.
golf.
Well, that's a natural.
Jack Nicklaus.
Nicholas.
Well, some people would say Tiger, man.
Nicholas.
I think Tiger's a better golfer, but I think that Jack. You can't argue with Jack's
Nicholas was
longevity.
swinging with steel shafts and a wooden block.
But you're not listening to the question.
Who
The question is very specific. Who is the best golfer?
Jack Nicholas.
Tiger was better than Jack. Jack has
Who
longevity.
who's won more majors?
I
Jack.
understand what you're saying.
You know how many
But
times
I'll
he's
tell you
finished
this.
second?
If Tiger was
That's-
playing
that's a more
Jack
exciting
Nicklaus
stat.
and all those
25
guys,
times
whatever
or something.
woods, irons, and balls they played, he probably would have beat their ass.
Okay.
So,
I'm
to
on-
my
I'm not
opinion,
going to argue with
to
you.
my opinion, Tiger is probably the best that's
Ever
ever
played.
is and ever will be.
Okay.
But let me
As
ask you
Jordan.
this: if Nicholas was playing with that equipment today,
Tiger
in
would
his
beat,
prime.
Tiger would beat him.
And I think Tiger would
7
whip
out of
his
10
ass.
times.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
He-
think so.
Come on, man.
But
Tiger
Not
back there with the
everything.
persimmon
Not
woods.
everything revolves around the damn Southwest.
Okay, here we go.
Only
Who is the best? This is going to stretch your sports
Leave
knowledge.
the J alone, cuz.
Who is the best gymnast of all times? I'm going to take, and I'm going to take.
The only one I know is that Simone chick, and
Yeah.
she is badass.
The only one I know is Nadia Comaneci.
Yeah, Nadia.
I don't know who it is, but on ABC Sports, you know when they do the agony of defeat and that skier on one of those promos, there's this girl on the bounce beam, and she's got her legs bent over, and she's laying on the bounce beam,
And her feet are touching
and her feet are touching. And
Yep.
she's going,
Whoever
whoever that,
you know that back's hurt.
whoever that is, that's the goat.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but that's the goat. Okay, and then how about swimming?
Phelps.
Oh, Phelps.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
That's
He was
yeah.
on Sports Center today.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, Michigan.
Yeah. So
He's
anyway,
the guy.
how about this? I thought this was funny. Ricky Pearsall, the guy that got shot from the 49ers, got shot in his chest over the weekend. This was last weekend, and has already left the hospital, and he still might play this year. Conversely,
Well, whoever shot him wasn't a very good
It
shot.
wasn't very good. At it.
conversely,
Not very good.
conversely,
Tough room.
Michael Thompson, wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints, stubbed his toe on a coffee table 3 years ago and has yet to play football
True
again.
story.
I thought that was funny.
And then LeBron had cramps and had to leave the game.
Shut up. Why
He
you
should have had mustard. He should have had his mustard.
speaking
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
speaking of LeBron,
Here we go.
NBA stat. Most points by a father and son duo. So both the father and son played in the NBA. Who is the father and son duo who leads the NBA in scoring? I'll tell you who number 4 is Klay Thompson and Michael Thompson.
Okay.
Number 3 is Steph Curry and Dale Curry.
Okay.
Wow.
I did
thought
not-
that
I
would have
did
been
not.
number
Really?
one.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know NBA.
Number 2 is Kobe Bryant and Joe Bryant. Number 1, LeBron and Bronny James. And Bronny James has yet to score a point.
Hold on, stop. Kobe's got a son that plays in the
I didn't know
NBA.
that
No,
No, his
Kobe's dad
Dad.
played in the NBA. Jelly
Oh, I
Bean
didn't know
Bryant.
that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. See, we did. You're
Yeah.
educating us.
Yeah. All right.
He goes back farther than we do.
Studs and duds. Studs and duds.
All right. Goody. So my studs, Mike and Matthew LaRose in the White Oak community, celebrating Tanya LaRose's life yesterday.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. I was not there, but I'm sure it was very emotional.
pretty impressive.
Yeah, awesome.
Mike and Matthew did a really good job talking about Tanya.
Awesome, man. Rainer, stud, dud.
My stud is the Southwest coaching staff. I know Irv will like this. They made an adjustment during that White Oak game that really got offense clicking. It was a little too late in the game to do it, but I think it's going to looking good for the rest of the season. Adjustment at quarterback and putting the guy that slot back, the West quarterback, that he's really going to blossom there. They're my studs.
All right.
buddy. I would never say anything bad about Southwest. I love those. Well,
talking to
you
you. I'm talking
you
to
just you
Oh,
directed
you're
that
right.
at me.
I did. You're right.
James,
I'm
we do,
sorry that
we do this thing called studs and
I'm
duds.
sorry that Richland's whipped y'all.
I'll tell you, I'll throw out my studs.
Okay.
2060.
Tell me who your studs
All
are.
right, so my studs are going to be 4 of our new officials since I'm here to talk
Awesome.
about.
Cool.
Hell
Good
yeah,
deal, man.
And
Some
Brandon,
virgins, huh?
I mean, we had five this, and we kept them all through the first week. That's amazing. So yeah, 1 second-year guy and 3 first-year guys got thrown into a varsity game at the last minute on the first week of the season, and no clue what they're doing, and nobody out there knew it. So
Good.
Duke, Melvin, Corey, and Matthew. Those guys,
Awesome.
Those are my studs. So they did awesome.
Are they going to be at West Carteret next year? Next week.
I have no idea. I know two.
We're
of
going to
them,
West Carteret,
West
so
Carteret
we're
goes to Havelock.
two of them are going to be with me
No,
Thursday.
we go to
so,
West
Oh, yeah.
But
Come
that's
on, man.
a stressful thing, man.
Know the game.
Yeah. And I texted them all afterwards, and I said, "How it was?" And they said, "Man, it was awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
It was awesome."
All right, stud or dud, or both, or
I got a
one.
dud,
I mean,
too.
I've got two studs and
I-
one dud. You got anything?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
I got a
good.
dud.
I don't want to.
David Tepper.
Can I? Oh, yeah, you always. That's
But
true.
listen,
Well, you
this is-
always say that.
Let
I
me
just
explain this one though. There is no dumber leader in the world that will not listen to everybody on his organization telling him something and go do what he wants to anyway, just because he wants to. That's
All
why
right.
he's a dud.
My first stud. My first stud.
Jones.
I just like
What now?
I said, I just want to go somewhere away. Like
My first
I
stud.
want to go like the
toes in the
Okra Cake
sand,
or
don't
something.
you?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
Okra Cake. Or
My first stud is
Patrick O'Connor.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Does anybody know why?
'Cause he's a soccer player.
Who cares?
The first play, dude, this is legit. First
legit.
player, professional soccer player to score 900 goals for team, for country, and for club team.
Wait a minute.
I mean, how
Wait
many
a minute.
games?
Hold on
Holy
just a
crap!
minute.
I
Hold
mean,
on a minute. Hold on. A minute.
Okay.
I get home runs. I get touchdowns.
Okay.
I get field goals. I get 3 points and all that shit in basketball. You're telling me a guy that plays soccer had 900 goals?
How long did it take him to do that?
No, I mean, I'm asking a legit question. I mean, I can't imagine
What's
that.
a-
He scored 450 goals.
Miller, talk to me, Miller. You're the soccer
that
guy.
means he kicked the ball in the net 900 times.
That's
How many games did he play? Does he
That's
know?
gonna
I can
say-
tell you.
I mean, that's just
He's
weird.
trying
That's,
to tell you, but you guys won't let Goody talk.
Yeah.
well, dude, I've never heard that shit in my life.
He
So
scored-
I'm sorry.
How many
Okay,
games?
I'll stop.
He scored 450 goals in 438 matches at Real Madrid, 145 goals in 346 matches at Man U. That's not as
Is that
impressive.
Man U United?
Yeah.
Chester
He scored
City United.
131 goals in 213 matches for Portugal. He scored 101 goals in 134 matches for Juventus, 68 goals in 74 matches for his Saudi club, and 5 goals in 31 matches at Sporting Lisbon, the very first club he started with. So that's I mean, now from that the goal to game ratio, is that pretty good?
That's pretty good.
I do have one dud, I want to say.
Wait a minute. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I just,
He's ready to
I just,
Rainer.
I
He's
just
ready to
thought,
go,
I'm
isn't he?
sorry. No, I'm not ready to go. I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
just sorry.
So Cristiano Ronaldo is my stud. Okay. Now we're gonna go back around. Do you have a stud or dud?
I did have another stud. I forgot. No, I guess I'm good.
Okay. Rainer,
One more.
no, you've already given out. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
one more stud. That coach from Northern Illinois, man, that was. I mean, his emotion at the end of the game. I mean, that was class. act.
Yeah, and my dud. Then one of my duds is Notre Dame. But go ahead, James. You got any more studs or duds?
Oh no, I was a dud last Thursday, so you know I had to call a guy and apologize.
My dud is Sandra Fountain.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
She said she watches this and she watches me eat pizza all the time. So if you're watching this, Miss Sandra, I've only had 2 slices.
And you did most of it off air because we screwed up the
And
first
thank
one.
you to
Well,
Fountain
yeah,
Management
yeah,
for
I
your
only had 2
sponsorship of
slices, so
Sports
you
Talk.
might be my dud.
All right. One of my other studs is British Brooks. He was a running back. He was a running back at Carolina last year, but his journey, he had 0 scholarships out of high school, and he walked on at Carolina. He was undrafted out of Carolina, and he actually had a major knee injury, didn't he, Rainer? Like
He did.
Yeah.
Senior year.
And last week, 2 weeks ago, he made the 53-man roster for the Houston Texans. I think that's really cool. That shows that you just keep working and keep grinding, that you can do it. So that's my other stud. Anybody got it? I got one more dud. Anybody else got studs or duds?
Nope, I'm good.
This is my biggest dud. This might be my dud of the year. Cam Newton says, we never saw Nick Saban do it. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's a dud.
You saw this, right?
Yeah.
We never saw Nick Saban do it. Cam Newton believes before Saturday there was a realistic possibility that Coach Prime wins a national championship in his second season at Colorado. And he said that Nick Saban didn't do it in year 2. Well, guess what, Cam Newton? Coach Prime ain't going to do it in year 2 at Colorado. That is legitimately.
He's not going to have a field named after him either.
He is the reason that I stopped pulling
for the Panthers.
A lot of
He
people did.
truly is. And you are. You're a true Panther. And I
Listen,
don't care about it.
I'll be the first to admit, I get on this show and off the air of this show, I say a lot of asimine shit. Okay. I'll be the first.
I agree with that.
I'll be the first person to admit it.
I agree with that.
But I don't hold a press conference. I would never.
Who is he to hold a press conference?
Who comes to it?
I would
I
never.
mean, yeah.
I would never make an asinine. I mean, that would. I don't understand when people open their mouth. Remember, who was it? the Vikings coach at the time, and now he's an announcer on ESPN or on God, I can't remember his name, but anyway, he goes to the NFL rookie camps and he talks to them about social media, and he goes, look at it, read it before you hit send. Before you hit send and you post it, Herm Edwards.
Yep.
Herm Edwards is the
Great
guy.
coach.
And he's like, before you hit send, read it. And I'm like, Cam, man, before you hit send or before you hit post, read what you have put, because
He's on board with Dion.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
wearing a white cowboy hat with the top cut out? And his
Yeah.
hair out the top?
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Brandon Potter says, I'm telling you, after this wreck, what is it? This
week.
after he's saying after his wreck, when Cam got in that wreck
Oh, yeah.
and his truck turned over in Charlotte, he lost his mind. Something is wrong with him.
You think the
Brandon,
old
good point, Brandon.
brain fluid
Brandon,
sloshing
Come on, the
around.
dude got in a fight
Brandon,
at a
shut
Pee Wee
up.
football game, you know.
Panthers suck.
All
He
right.
took it.
Anybody got anything else for the crowd?
Want to thank Filipino House Turo for our awesome
Lumpia.
lumpia. Best lumpia in town.
Want to thank James for being here. Obviously, Irv, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Again, if you want to be an official, if you know somebody, just hook them up. Just get up with them. If not, go to NC, the High School Athletic Association.
Just talk to Q
Get
Tucker.
it.
Just call to Dave,
Oh,
to
yeah.
Dave's favorite person, Q Tucker, and she'll hook you up, right?
Hey, or just man, catch us walking off the field.
Better yet,
We'll
my
take
other
care of
buddy,
it.
Mark Travelus, he'll hook you up. He's in charge of
Wait a
officials,
minute.
High
Wait a
School
minute.
Athletic
Wait a minute.
Association.
Aren't you in the private sector now?
I am.
Okay.
I'm just promoting the High School Athletic Association, trying to get referees. Everybody needs them.
Everybody needs them.
We do.
I
That's
know
for
you
sure,
are.
man.
I'm going to be a
Across the
I'm going to
country.
be a ref. I'm going to be a ref. No.
I'm
Man,
gonna be
I
a
think
ref.
you'd be
Let's
an
be a
awesome
ref
ref. You'd be
together.
an
That'd be
awesome ref.
awesome.
You'd be an awesome ref.
Can I want to be if I'm going to be a ref, I'm going to be a
Volleyball. Volleyball's
a-
the way to go.
where I don't have to move. That's exactly that's right.
And look, and if
Do
you
line
Car-
coach.
It's not
if
retirement
Car-
plan.
if Carol McIntyre and what's her name? They're just as good as gold. What was Carol's partner? She's the driver's ed teacher.
Mary
I mean, not
Thomas.
Mary
yeah,
Thomas.
Mary, not her partner,
Mary Jane.
but they always
Well,
ref
yeah.
together. Her and Mary always
Look,
ref
here's
together.
the thing in volleyball: if you screw up, you don't know. You just give this little signal. It means do over.
Yeah, do over. How about
It's a
that?
bailout.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Can I have that?
Wouldn't that be awesome if you could do that in football?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know how?
do
Do
over.
you know how long? You know how
Like
long?
in
You
yard
know how long
football.
games would last if we got to do that?
Oh,
Like in
God.
yard football when you hit the power line.
Or like we ask you, if you called a penalty on every play,
If
how
I
how
threw my
long?
flag every time a coach told me to, man, you're looking at 5-hour games.
Goody, me and you could do basketball games. We just stand at center court and look at this.
Yeah.
One. And when they go down, we turn to this one. We'd be the corner guy.
That's
Just not
right.
Move.
All right, we'll catch you next week, and maybe we'll have the technical difficulties worked out. I'm sure we will. And we'll see you next week.
See ya.
All right.
See ya.